5 years ago, I had a client come to me, Bob White. Bob White had like 11, 12 little tumors in the frontal cortex of his brain, and he wasn't really able to function, and they didn't know what was going on. His wife, she really wanted him to try some alternative stuff, so as he was getting some scans and doing Western medicine, he started coming to me with Kundalini meditation work. They discovered he had cancer. That word that we all hate. And he started treatments. He was all about Western medicine and he loved it. So it was kind of strange that he was coming to this alternative spiritual healer every week. Twice a week I would go to his home while his wife was working full-time, and we would do sessions. The things that I remember about Bob was he always had a happy smile on his face. He was always excited to see me. And he had a true faith, a true belief in God. A faith that I didn't really have at that moment yet, that he was actually teaching me just as much as I was teaching him. Well, as time goes on, without me knowing it, I loved Bob. I mean, I just enjoyed coming every time to his house and working with him. Well, 2 years went by. And it was exciting because he was doing well, he was functioning. And then he decided to do a special treatment. And as he was doing this treatment, he was losing it. He was hallucinating. And he was angry for the first time. And he was asking me all these questions of what am I doing? Why am I doing this? And it was frustrating to me because I didn't know the answers. I didn't know what to tell him to do. I just knew that I was losing Bob. I would always have Bob in the middle of our sessions go to the kitchen and get water. That was like a sort of ritual we did. But one time he went into the kitchen, and I swear to God, he started tap dancing out of the blue. He told me that his great-grandfather was a tap dancer. Now, mind you, I had retired my shoes. He had no idea that I was a professional tap dancer at one point in my life. And so when I left that session, I called his wife immediately. Bob tap dance? She's like, I've never seen this man tap dance in my life. I don't know if his family members used to tap dance. I said, well, he just did in the kitchen. And he was actually pretty good. Well, it wasn't until like 2 weeks later I get that phone call. Bob died. I was in a state of shock. I went to the funeral. His family was so kind to me. They thanked me for the work that I did with him. They said how much he loved seeing me and how it brought joy into his life. But the truth is that Bob brought joy into my life. And now he was gone. And I didn't know why. And I didn't realize it, but the days went and the weeks went, and I was depressed and I was sad. I missed Bob. I wanted answers. I was angry at God, and I got down on my knees. I literally got down on my knees. And I'm crying, and I'm just so angry at God. And I'm like, why does everyone have cancer? I don't understand. I want an answer. And I sat there on my yoga mat and I quietly meditated. I heard a voice. The water's bad. Okay. I pull out my journal. I write down, the water's bad. I don't know what to do with that. I don't have any education on water. I didn't learn it in my dance degree. I didn't learn it in my Kundalini yoga education. I didn't learn it in exercise physiology. We learned the basics. Drink, plenty of water every day. We didn't learn that not all water is created equal. So I knew I had to research. I knew that God was trying to send me a message. I just didn't know what to do with it. So it was about 2 or 3 weeks later, I get this new client, this new yoga student. And after 2 sessions, I said, so what do you do for a living? She said, well, I actually work for Enagic, a Japanese company that creates medical devices. I lost a couple people in my family from cancer, and this device seems to show positive results. What? I'm hearing water, I'm hearing medical device, and I'm hearing cancer. And I'm thinking I better pay attention. So I said, look, I want to try this water. I didn't really like water. I mean, I was sort of one of those people that needed to be goal-oriented, so I would drink so many bottles of water a day, but I didn't like it. And so she brought me some water to the next class, and I drank, and then I drank, and then I drank, and I couldn't believe how much water I had, and I wasn't feeling bloated. And I was like, there is something different about this I don't understand. So I started to do my research. And I drank the water too, of course. I started to detox and feel different. I was like, man, there's a lot of research here. There's a lot of famous doctors and scientists. Now I'm hearing about pH, I'm hearing about plastic, and I'm hearing about water bottles, and I'm hearing about FDA, and I'm trying to work it all out. It's a little confusing.